How's it going to you guys? I just want to get on real quick to say sometimes in our life, we may hit points where we don't really know the next decision or next move to make. I'm currently working on a new worship track, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm speaking about myself for sure. I'm just kind of in limbo about what the next move is to make. And while I'm sitting here working on a worship track, a word gets put on my heart, which is stewardship. And it made me think, how well am I stewarding my disappointment? How well am I stewarding my waiting? How well am I stewarding things not going my way? You know what I mean? And I had to think back on my past. Every time things got hard and confusing, I would isolate and want to figure things out. And when new things came to me, I was a poor steward. I did a poor job at ushering in whatever was meant for me. So when I got it, I was motivated enough to receive it, but not disciplined enough to maintain it. I was motivated enough to make it to the door, but not disciplined enough to make it through the building. Why? Because in my waiting and my disappointment, I was a poor steward. Think about that. Again, a lot of people get into new relationships, new gyms, new facial routines, all that stuff, and don't take no thought of how poorly they have stewarded their disappointment. So when they get that new thing, they wonder why things keep going wrong. You had to wait for things to get better for you to do better. When there's things that you have access to that are completely free, the only thing they may cost you is time that you can do better in, that a new job won't help you do better at. You know what that makes sense to somebody? You know what I mean? But a lot of times I've been reading this book called The Go-Giver. And one of them things that's been so interesting is a lot of these prominent figures in business, they're more than just great business people. They're actually a walking experience. Not just to the people they do business with, but to their wives and to their kids and to everybody around them. You know what I mean? The business is them. They're not just selling a business. They're not just selling products. They're selling themselves. You get what I'm saying? And just imagine waiting on things to get better before you do better with things that you have free access to. The friends you have available to you. The co-workers you have available to you, whatever it may be, the room that you're sleeping in. You know what I mean? You over there waiting for things to get better. You still gotta, I know it may sound crazy, but you still got a pile of clothes unfolded. You know what I mean? It may seem simple, but we're trying to bring value to other people's lives and look at all the things that we don't value in our own. Like, come on. We know a lot of times we see that in a friend and offer that help immediately, but then won't do the same for ourselves. You get what I'm saying? How well are you stewarding your disappointments? Are you sitting and sulking, or are you still getting up and being active? Because a better situation is not going to make you into a better person. It will motivate you for the time being, but eventually where your heart and mind is at it'll always default to that. No matter how hard you try to run from where your heart and mind is at, you will always bring wherever you go to where your heart and mind is at. So again, how well are we stewarding our disappointments? How well are we stewarding things not going our way? Y'all take that as food for thought, man. Have a blessed night.